Hi Cancers. At the bottom of the deck for your overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a beautiful energy for you, Cancers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This really means that you are, first it's an earth energy, so you might be feeling a little bit more grounded in terms of who you are, what you're doing with your life, what you're doing with your career, your living environment. You're feeling very stable and very optimistic about everything that you've been building. So make sure you can see that. So it's almost as if you're like opening the doors and rushing in and saying, hello world, like my life is on point. I'm doing well. I look good. My clothes are on point. My career is golden. And you're just feeling really good. And it's going to be just a great time for everybody in terms of love and work and feeling good. Mercury will be retrograde, but it's still going to feel good. It's still going to be a really good active month. All right, so I love this. Oh, and look what's underneath is the High Priestess. So you're going to be in tune with your soul, in tune with the universe. You're going to be understanding people on a deeper level, you know, not so much without words. You'll just be picking up on energies, and your intuition is going to be on point also. So great. Cancers, Star card. This is gorgeous. This means that you're feeling like you have faith. You're feeling optimistic. You're feeling hopeful about your love life. And even if you're completely single, you're feeling as if you're feeling very hopeful again. You're feeling as if you can just, okay, I'm going to decide because my life is going really well right now. I just want a partner, or I want to go out and have fun and meet a bunch of people and kind of introduce and grow my social network. This is the energy. You're feeling very positive about that. So, and this too, Two of Wands. Just to start off with, we have the past, the future, everything you've built. You're in tune with nature. I like the animals in this deck because they really talk about how warm you are as a person, because animals, they won't be around a person if they're picking up negative vibes or negative energy for them, or just kind of this unconscious swirling of weirdness. Animals won't even be around a person where they can pick up on those energies. So when there's an animal in the card, it really talks about you putting off good vibes. You're in a good place. This we know. And there's a loving aura around you. So this is the same thing. This Two of Wands. You're building this life. You've built this life. You're liking your single life, but maybe, just maybe, it's time to bring somebody in. Now, if you're not just completely single and you're in a long-term relationship, then you're feeling good, you're feeling optimistic, and your love life seems to be going well. Sometimes you might get confused and frustrated. Your defenses might go up, and you might feel like maybe your partner's throwing the smoke screen over your eyes, and it causes you to kind of have sleepless nights and spinning thoughts. And it is impacting you. So there may be some trust aspect in your relationship, even if it's not a long-term bond. Let's just say you've been seeing someone or dating someone for a couple months, all right? So you're still trying to figure out, can they be trusted? Are they blowing smoke? Am I looking through this smoky mirror of nonsense? I don't know. I'm going to kind of stay a little guarded about everything right now and watch and see what happens. But don't get too discouraged about these cards, specifically these two cards, because you're still having faith in them. You're still having faith in love and in the relationship and in the union, in the communication. You're just maybe a little bit guarded. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So this is you. This is you being very trusting, very giving, very emotional in terms of, especially if you're going through this, you're feeling emotional and you might react a little harshly. Because the Queen of Cups, even though she's a beautiful energy, she's all love and all feeling and all reaction and Cancers, and don't get offended by this, but you do have a tendency to get very brash and harsh and reactive sometimes when emotions run high. So just be a little cautious of that and be careful, because she's also such a loving and generous and kind and loyal energy too. So fall into that spectrum of the Queen of Cups energy and not into the reactive, emergency, alert, we have issues type of energy. You can choose, and if you choose to do, and it looks like you will, if you choose to take the lighter, warmer approach to the Queen of Cups energy, then we have the Hierophant here. And this talks about structure. Okay, if you're single, you're saying, I'm worried, I want structure, I want a committed relationship, I'm sick of being single, I'm ready for love, what's going on? Maybe I miss my ex, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute because we have the Six of Cups in the fourth quarter. I might miss my ex, maybe I'm holding out for my ex a little bit, I'm confused, what are they doing? I have dating options, but I'm kind of afraid to do it. And so, but you're staying to yourself here. I want something traditional. I want something full of structure, something that is trustworthy. And you're looking to that strengthening of some sort of bond and union. Even if you're completely single, you're saying this to yourself. If you're in a committed bond, you're saying, I'm going to choose the lighter side of this and have faith and trust and in our union. I'm going to believe in it. I'm choosing to believe in it. I get worried sometimes. I might get jealous sometimes. I might feel like I'm stuck in a rut with you because you drive me nuts and you make my head spin, but I'm going to have faith and hope in us and what we're doing here. I'm going to believe in it. So it's just such a good energy for you, Cancers. This is beautiful, but you have to manage yourself. This is your mind spinning and going out of control and getting, jealous or irate or insecure. So really work hard not to let this get to you. It will. This is saying that it will. But if you're watching this now that you're aware, when you start to feel like that, or when you start to have your mind spin at 3 o'clock in the morning, or you start to get sad, just kind of check in with yourself a little bit and say, things are fine. I believe in love. I believe in my partner. It's time. And I'm doing this to myself. Tell yourself, Cancers, I'm doing this to myself. I'm doing this to myself. They haven't given me any actual proof that something is wrong. So always believe in the good until something is actually proved to you that it's bad. There's no reason to do any sort of other mindset. There really isn't. And you will. This is saying that you will. You'll focus on the positive, you'll focus on the good, and you'll focus on the hope and the faith. You'll work hard to stay grounded. You'll still be in touch with your emotions. You have to, because you're a water sign. You don't have any other knowledge of how to be in touch with your emotions. You are emotions. So, and if you take that approach, even if this is happening internally, things are good, Cancers. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. You're building. There is structure. This structure you were talking about and wanting and hoping for, it's here. Family, union, animals, household stability. There's stability in this relationship. It's going somewhere. It's growing. If you're completely single, this is what you're wanting. You're believing that you can have this. You're ready for it. You're telling yourself here, I'm ready for this. And don't forget, even when you feel trapped by your own thoughts and you feel like everything's wrong or everything's going awry or somebody's lying to you, because you really might feel like somebody's lying to you. Even when you feel like that, come back to this energy. Listen to your intuition, but don't run away with your intuition until you have actual proof. Stay in this energy because it's gorgeous. And there's nothing here that really talks about you having complete issues or something, or that your intuition is going, if you have a negative intuition about something, there's nothing here that speaks to there actually being any issues. So please stay in check with this type of mindset, and remember that with the Queen of Wands, you can take the extreme dramatic approach, or you can take the loving, kind approach. Choose the loving, kind approach. There's no reason not to. Now, when we go into the fourth quarter, you're choosing to take the loving and warm and kind approach. The better side of the Queen of Cups, because here you are again. Now, you could be involved with the water sign. This is a possibility too. But here you are again. This is a maturing level to your emotional state. It's all of the love and loyalty and kindness and warmth and generosity and support that the Queen of Wands is, but it's a little bit more mature, because this one is not, the King of Cups is not going to fly off the handle with his emotions. He's not reactive. And if you think about somebody that is like a male Pisces, for example, they usually are pretty in check with their emotions. Or at least they don't show all of the wavy side of their emotions. They keep it a little more subdued. And so you're maturing into this state, which is beautiful. Maybe because you watch this, maybe because you realize, hey, I'm running away with my mind. I need to stop it. I'm still believing. I'm still hoping. I'm still having faith. And things are starting to really look good and promising. So, before I get into the rest of the fourth quarter, let's just talk about who. I mean, there are some wands here. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could very easily be dealing with another water sign. A few pentacles, not many, so someone may have a little bit of earth quality to them. There could be a air sign in the midst. However, I am assuming that this is more along the lines of you and your energy and your thoughts, and kind of this preemptive thought pattern that you could get into before reacting. So I'm just kind of, it can be anybody, and we all know this because we watch his videos, but heavily, more so weighted towards fire sign or water sign. Now, in the fourth quarter, we have the Six of Cups. So children, looking back at nostalgia, with all of these eclipses in Mercury retrograde, it does tend to bring people back from the past. So there could be an old relationship or somebody that you may have been hoping came back. So even if you're dating or in a committed bond, in a relationship, someone still might be approaching you from the past, or you might be really starting to think about someone from the past. It could be in a romantic way, but it could also just not be. It could just be looking back and remembering all those good times. If you're single and just dating and going through this, in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, someone from your past may actually be coming back, or you may be reaching out to someone from your past. A significant relationship. And it could be, with the moon here in the Hermit, this could be you reaching out or them reaching out. It could be to get answers, because we have the moon here. We also have the Hermit. So you may have been trying to force yourself into dating, force yourself into getting a relationship. You may have still been hung up on somebody from your past. And you feel like this book, this chapter, it's not closed. I need answers. I've been in solitude. I'm going to remain in solitude. I'm opening this door back up with you because it never fully closed and it's been driving me nuts. So you've spent time, or you will be spending time in the fourth quarter contemplating, thinking about this past relationship, trying to get answers, trying to figure out what happened, where things went wrong. Okay? If you're in a committed bond, a loving long-term bond, then you could just be trying to get back to these times when everything was good, because maybe you're feeling, and I feel like you are really feeling like maybe there's something off, or there's some secrets and someone's maybe been pulling away a little bit. So what do you do about it? I'm trying not to react too much, but my guard is up. I feel like you're lying. and I really feel like you're lying, keeping secrets. So even if you're in a long-term bond, there's going to be kind of this investigative approach. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So again, you may be dealing with a fire sign. The Queen of Wands is, one, she's a beautiful energy. She's Aries. She's very positive, outgoing, forceful in her life because she wants a certain life. She wants a certain lifestyle. She wants certain friendships. She wants to look a certain way, and she's very determined and positive that she can do it. So two things with this card. You may be taking on this energy she's also a very, very intelligent person. He or she, very intelligent, has an odd, keen sense of intuition. And I say this because when you go through the zodiac chart, Pisces is the last sign, and they kind of encompass all of the intuitive capabilities of all the signs. That's why Pisces is known for being the most intuitive, because they read into everything so well. Then we come right back around to the first one, which is Aries, the babies of the zodiac, ignorant, they push through life, they kind of bull their way through life. But Aries does have some weird sense of intuition, and it's probably just left over or pulling in forward from that Pisces energy. They tend to be very intuitive in a really odd way. In an odd way so that they will actually be very reactive to their intuition. Too much so. That's one reason why Aries can be so brash and so harsh, and why they wear their heart on their sleeve, and while they just say whatever comes to their mind because they don't care. They're just like, no, you did this, I did this. They can be very harsh with their words, and it's because they're pulling it from a very intense place that they don't fully understand how to manage. They don't have the emotional, intuitive management skill set, unless they have water in their rising sign or water in their moon sign. They don't have that management skill set that a Pisces does, especially a mature Pisces. So the reason why I'm talking about that is because they can be very investigative, because they can feel things that they don't understand. And so they'll look and talk about and figure out and discuss what they're trying to figure out. So you may be, if this isn't a fire sign in your life or someone that's been in your life, okay, you may be taking on this investigative quality, trying to figure out, because your intuition's saying something, but you're remaining positive, but you're also thinking, I need to maybe get a little bit more information. So that's what's happening here. And you take it upon yourself, the Magician. You take it upon yourself to figure out, am I being manipulated? Am I being lied to? Or are things really good and status quo like I thought they were, like I think they are, like I hope they are? So you have all the power to do this and to figure this out. You have the drive and the motivation. And if that's not the case, and there is a fire sign possibly coming back into your life, because I don't have an Ace of Wands here. There's not a new relationship with the fire sign. This is somebody, even if there's a new relationship brewing here, it's somebody that you've known. It's somebody that's in your periphery that you've known. So even if this is a person approaching you or you're approaching them, you have all the power to make it work the way that you want it to, and so do they. So it's a matter of taking action, figuring out what the right action is, saying the right type of words to get the relationship going. Okay, let's talk about it. And it's a fun type of energy because we have the Five of Wands here. So yes, this does mean battling. Yes, it does mean pushing and pulling of energy and uncomfortable situations, but you push through it because you're seeking clarity. We have the Page of Swords here. Now this card can mean spying, stalking, lurking, but you're seeking for information. You are or they are, but I'm sensing really a lot that you are the one doing this. You're searching for information. So you're kind of delving into that investigative realm a little bit because something feels off. You're extremely intuitive, but you're not going to react about it. You're not going to react to it. You're just sensing, and so you're looking. You'll get the answers that you want. They will be positive. They will be positive answers. We have the Three of Wands here. Your ships are coming in. You've done the work. It's time to get what you reap, what you've sowed. And so the answers that you're going to be getting will be positive, and you'll like them. You just had to figure out for yourself what the issue is. And also, you know, as we get into this time frame in general anyway, the holidays are always crazy making, and, you know, relationships, a lot of relationships end, there's fights, there's discussions, and there's just kind of this tense period in relationships. But, you know, you're not going to really let that get to you too much. You're actually going to stay pretty calm and grounded and search for what you need. You get what you need, and it will be good. So that's it, Cancers. That's it. I hope you have a really great rest of 2016. It's looking like you will, and you're going to be getting some answers. Somebody might be coming back. You're going to stay pretty emotionally grounded, and it's going to be good. You definitely have the power to make something happen if you want it to. This is completely in your control. So it's just a matter of managing how to do that and when to do that, and then actually doing it. All right, Cancers, well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye.